time with Sajid. Your favorite chuti in East Africa. Niaje, bro? Well, I'm so happy to see you. It's okay.
Always a pleasure, man.
Your wife must be worried. Eh? This Sajid guy's name must be coming. By the compliments. Look, hey, Kim, can you clap for Eric? Look how much weight he's lost.
Oh,
Hey,
Muscle gain, man. Muscle gain.
Muscle gain. We've been keeping each other accountable.
Abusive.
But before we get to that, tulikuwa tunasema Joe Rogan, I think on the back of his team, he has like, it's not just Jamie, right? I'm sure he has a whole team just for managing and planning. Like, so Kim, you're my Jamie.
So conventionally, I think the narrative is always that his wingman or right-hand man is Jamie. But right now, the scale at which Joe Rogan is, I'm sure there's a team amongst things, bro.
But get to that scale, inshallah, bro. One
$200
day.
million first deal with Spotify.
Was it 200 or 100 million
Was
dollars?
it?
No, it was 100.
They said 100, but I had Brendan Schaub saying he actually got 200. I downloaded Spotify because of
Joe Rogan. Exactly. Yeah.
I
A
was
lot
one
of
of
people
those
did.
guys,
Yeah.
Imagine.
But by the way, did you keep tabs on what's going on within the circle? Brendan Schaub, apparently there's something going on with him.
Well, recently he posted, today morning actually, he posted something about, he was calling out Dana White.
Why?
For only doing bubblegum appearances.
What do you mean by bubblegum appearances?
It is GT. So bubblegum appearances, literally like, so he's not going on platforms that have MMA know-how or MMA savvy. So it's platforms like, oh my God, is Ronda Rousey coming back? Kind of fakeness.
Very generic.
Yeah, so.
But aren't those ones aren't those the ones with the views?
Yes, but so Brendan Schaub was arguing like, also go on platforms where you can do both, where they hold your feet to the fire about the actual skill set and fights that should be held, fighter, all those things. Congrats on the new studio, bro.
Now, thanks, bro. This is actually Vish and them have partnered. Akatsuki Studios have partnered with Radical Studios, so this is their setup.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah,
I have a nice view of outside, 6th floor view. I like the feng shui.
It's
Google
good.
feng shui if you don't know what feng shui means.
Anyway, we were talking about Brendan Schaub. The thing I'm bringing up is apparently his case for the vape. He was part of a CBD vape project, and at the time he had released a special, and his special was being bombarded with negative reviews.
The Gringo Papi.
So that one he was getting 1 star. So what he reached out to the vape company and said, and again, don't quote me if it's a vape company, but it was a company he was working with for CBD. And he mentioned to them that, look, can you do a promotion and get guys that whoever puts a positive review on IMDb or something of the sort, will give them something. And so the company is like, yeah, we'll support you. And there was a bit of a turmoil in that, and now there's a lawsuit and a case against him.
Well, I think generally Brendan Schaub, I've been a fan of the Fighter and the Kid. Maybe I'll ask your guy to put just a visual of Fighter and the Kid.
Yes.
They're one of the original podcasts. Brian Callen, Brendan Schaub. Brendan Schaub for the longest time had a tough go because he was coming from MMA, 6'4", 6'5" guy, big guy, buff guy.
I remember that, yeah.
And then all of a sudden he wants to do comedy. He grew up loving Adam Sandler. At his core, he always wanted to be like a funny guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he decided to go the stand-up route. And then he partnered with guys who are like in year 18, year 20. So if you talk to stand-up comedians, they say it takes like 10 years to get good. Like the first 10 years, you're just pretty average.
Yeah.
So because of already his fame, HBO and them are giving him special. Showtime, rather. They gave him a special. Joe Rogan warned him, told him, bro, I love you to bits. I remember Joe Rogan is the same guy who got him more fighting. Like, bro, I don't think you're giving it 100. You're going to get killed here. So just get off this thing. So
he told him to get off comedy.
No, get off fighting.
Yeah, I remember.
Come do comedy. So guy starts doing comedy, of course, because of his fame. Guy starts getting specials. Joe and Brian tell him, bro, you're not ready. He thinks these guys are feeling bad because me, year 3, year 2,
I'm getting
a special. His specials, of course, are tanky. They're bombing.
What's happening, family? We've got another sponsor, MOFIT Supplements. Let's hear it out for them. We've got the whey protein, 24 grams of protein per serving. I love the strawberry flavor. We've got the pancake mix, quick and easy. Use it with water, use it with milk. Fantastic. Creatine, I use 5 grams a day, and fat burner. They have a lot more. They've got a muscle gainer, they've got a pre-workout, they've got shakers, Do check them out. They've shown us some love. I want you guys to show them some love. MOFIT Supplements. Guys, you know I love coffee a lot. I literally named my podcast the Coffee Pump Podcast. So with a caffeinated podcast, you need a caffeinated partner. And I'm happy to say that Connect Coffee has come on board as the official sponsor on the Coffee Pump Podcast. This is everything they have. My personal favorite is the Romeo blend. I first had this in 2016. Actually had my first business meeting at the Chiromo campus where we're shooting at today. They've shown us love. I'd like for you to show them some love as well. We'll link everything in the description of the video. Do check them out. Best coffee in Kenya, hands down.
Now, Brendan Schaub is a fantastic podcaster, bro. His humor in the podcast setting is beautiful.
But don't you think Brian Cullen helps him with that?
No, him as well. Bro, I watched Fight and the Kid religiously from around COVID times. Actually, just before COVID, into today. I still watch them. Right now, they moved to Texas. So, on a podcast set, bro, he's funny. Him and Brian are same level. Stand up, oh, bro, it's bad.
I watched his stand up.
It's bad. You feel bad for him.
But Joe Rogan as well. His stand up is not that great.
It's for lack of a better word, it's very white.
It's very white.
It's very white. You know,
like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is the upper echelon of comedy.
Who's your funniest guy?
Dave Chappelle, man. Dave Chappelle. There's actually Anthony Jeselnik.
He's funny.
The one who says very dark jokes. He is really good.
I've not watched a full set. How does a full set of his look like? Is it just back to back of those?
Bro, it's nice.
Back to back of those?
Yeah, but you have to have very tough skin because some of the stuff is like really dark. But I love it. He just has a way to do it. There's another one, Daniel Tosh.
Daniel Tosh is funny.
Bro, Daniel Tosh.
There's nothing funny about raping a woman. But for me, I think, and it's nothing to do with race.
So, but there was a joke. Sorry, I'm going to mess it up.
Go for it.
But he's like, I went to the beach and I saw a great white. There's a white guy in a Ku Klux Klan.
No, Daniel Tosh is funny. It's so funny. The interesting thing with Daniel Tosh, I got into his comedy after watching Tosh.0.
Yes, the skits he used to do.
So I didn't know he was an actual proper stand-up comedian. But the funniest guy, Banan, in terms of raw laughter, like you see you're tearing out of your eyes. A guy called Earthquake. Put Earthquake on the screen, man. Earthquake will have you laughing. You know when you're laughing, like your ribs are. He's so funny. Chappelle went out of his way to make sure he got him a special with Netflix because they grew up in the same city. Like, no one makes me laugh more than this guy.
Earthquake.
Yes. If you're looking for humor without nothing deep about or some cultural connotation, this guy is just pure laughter, bro.
So you've heard the saying.
He talks about he talks about how at the hardest thing he ever did was working with Mexicans. They were roofing, and you have to tell the guy, we're being paid by the hour, not by the roof. You guys, last time, Mexican has done 7 roofs. So there's like Tulia.
Yeah, by the way, this is Saddam calling. So
Saddam should be coming.
Yeah, Saddam was supposed to come. So Saddam is on his way.
Shout out Saddam.
Yeah. Yeah, so Jaxi was supposed to be here. Jax is a busy man. So then
Jax is the real one, by the way. He's one of, you see the way we help each other? He's also extended such a hand.
Which is a good point I wanted to bring up. The rising tides lift all ships. So I think the common aspect we're seeing is with these guys we look up to.
Quote,
Amandeep quoted.
Yeah.
That was his quote.
Yeah, he said it on my episode.
Really?
Yeah.
But it's not his quote, is it?
Clearly, it's a chuti thing.
Yeah, maybe it's a common chuti thing. So, like, if you look at Joe Rogan and co, eventually, what he did was he elevated everyone. That's why he moved people to Texas. Dave Chappelle as well. I'm not sure where he's based, but he tries to get a lot of comedians out there to invite them.
I'm shocked you like Dave Chappelle as the funniest guy. He started off, back then, the skits, of course, were hilarious. Killing Me Softly. I feel like his newer stuff is...
It's very smart.
It's too smart to be funny.
I understand, but the beauty about it is he tells a story, all right? The way he flows. So it's not in your face slapstick comedy.
Yeah.
but it sort of goes through this whole. This is what I've lived through. These are my experiences, and then bang, hits you with a punchline.
Do you like Bill?
Bill
Burr.
Bill Burr. He's good. I haven't watched his stuff excessively. I've seen him on the podcast. I've seen him on live shows.
Bro, but his podcast, the Monday night, Sunday night, afternoon, morning, evening show.
Even he has a podcast.
Bro, Bill Burr's podcast took me through some of my darkest times. You know, he used to do it solo. It was just him ranting about stuff and talking about stuff for like 2 hours. Culturally relevant, hilarious. It's a gift like no other. It's a gift, bro. What Bill Burr was able to do alone, ridiculous. He's funny.
So he would like just talk about the news.
No. So
and like
for the
different
longest
topics.
time, even on YouTube, bro, he had a thumbnail, audio. For the longest time. A few times he tried doing video. He's like, I'm not so comfortable with my bald head. Went back to audio.
What do you think about everyone wanting to start a podcast?
I think people think it's easier than it is.
Everyone, bro.
Everyone thinks it's easier than
and
I think we make it look easy.
So let me come at it from this perspective. When we started the podcast, people are like, who are these dipshits starting a podcast? Now we are looking at other people and say, who are these dipshits starting? I mean,
but you have to feel like a dipshit when you're starting a podcast. I think you have to overcome it, bro, because you're a purist. I'm a purist, bro. We knew we were gonna do it regardless. 1 view, 2 view, 3 view, 10 view.
You've gone past 50 videos, right?
54. Oh, man.
Bro, you churned out, man.
Yeah.
I think for us,
you also inspire me, bro. I must say, like, I always tell my wife, like, Sajid is the best kind of friend to have for me. Like, cause, like I keep saying, the parallels. Career, hardworking guy, and then passionate about this. Today is a working day, but we found time, you know?
Bro, I know it's not a working day. Today is Sunday.
It's Sunday.
It's Sunday. This is Sunday. It's not 15th of July.
But you know, one thing I realized, and I don't mean to berate I was a skipper yesterday, and he was telling me how he's asking, where do you get time? I'm like, my off days, some days. So I described to him last week. He's like, I can't. He's like, me, I'm in bed by 9 every day. So most people are very conventional about their time. Work is work.
Yeah.
And when you're home, it's just chilling and doing whatever. So this grind, I love the grind. I love the grit. Last week I had a mid-morning flight. I woke up at 6. We had a shoot from 6:30 till 9. Crazy. And then I went straight to work.
Yes, I remember that.
It's a fantastic feeling. So most people think podcasting is just fucking around. Yesterday when I told him I have 2 employees, huh? I thought that's you put in the camera. I'm like,
it's not like that. There's a lot.
Right now we're in a amazing. Look at camera. Look at this camera. Look at the setup. Look at the lights. Guys think it's just you're just chilling.
Maybe just to give more context into this. So we've got the podcast life, right? We look at the finer details of everything that goes out, right? Working with, but I want to shout out again. I'll tell you the story about Nigel. In fact, let me just note it down. Nigel is a gent I met, and he's coming on the podcast we did recently. But we're working through all these things. We're trying to get the podcast to our vision, but it doesn't just stop there once the video goes out. We have to get reels done. We have to coordinate with the editors. You have to find time to get the captions done.
Next
review
guest.
everything. Scheduling the guests. That's all us, right?
Absolutely.
Coming, uploading times, descriptions. You've seen how I've done my descriptions, getting things monetized. And then on top of that, you have a day job. Day job has its own parameters in which you have to report. I think
throw in the times of a day job where you're on your guest time. So if your guest says Wednesday, I can make it at 3:30. Now it's for you to figure out how you're gonna make sure, because some guests you can't tell. No, let's actually do 5. Because they're 3:30. There's a current guest I'm trying to get. He's a recurring guest. You know him. I've told you off camera. Same thing happened last time. Every week he pushed, but very polite. For sure, this guy is not bullshitting. Like, he's like, this week I can't. Next week I can't. So you just have to, keep being patient. Okay, you try for next week. Jolly well. Next week it is.
It is, yeah.
So you just have to keep pushing. And I'm telling you, there's a reason most people don't get past episode 5. Most podcasts.
It's a lot of work. And I think we went past the views. But to be fair, you had a lot of heavy hitters to start off. I think because of your connections. One thing I respect and I think you would excel at is your ability to sell things, to sell yourself. Because I've seen the trait of a salesman in you, bro.
Absolutely.
I mean, reaching out, not taking no for an answer, seeing some of your messages to these guests that you want to get on. It's like a one-sided conversation, but you still persevere.
Yep.
And that's sort of the beauty. And I see myself in you sometimes, the vigor that you have for it. I think beyond that, the other thing is we're still managing relationships. We're still managing our social commitments, our family commitments. I think within the windy culture as well, like Sunday, I wanted to take it easy. All of a sudden you have 2-3 guests come home, right? And they spend, and the whole time is gone there entertaining them.
You can't be aloof.
And then Eric is calling you at 11, bro. Where are you?
You know, my wife is she's been so graceful. Like as this thing develops all the time. Like the other time, that day for 6:30. Obviously, Venald and Fox have to be there by like 5:30 for us to set up and get ready and everything. So, of course, I had to like, the cash is gonna be early. It's gonna be a bit noisy. I'm on episode 54. People are coming in and out of my house. I shoot from home. So sometimes my wife even has to, because she likes to chill in the living room. You've been to my house and watch TV. But when there's certain guests, she'll just go to the bedroom and, she's given me the courtesy because she also believes in the dream. So I must always shout out, because imagine me trying to do that with a wife who's not game.
It's very difficult.
Or at loggerheads. Like, nah, I don't want them in my house. I don't want this. People are coming here, in and out.
The energy won't match.
Yeah. So, and then now I have to make sure I give her enough attention, enough time, make sure she's number one in life.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets, man.
Bro, you guys brought me on to. By the way, guys, the secret hack is the chicken nuggets. That thing is tasty.
But chicken in, bro. Who you're in the sales? You always know stuff that's going around in terms of business in Kenya. Who took over? Because, bro, their standards just went up. I'm not an advocate, though.
I'm not too sure. Actually, this is actually a good point, because it changed. Right?
Their standards, bro. They've dusted KFC now, bro.
I don't like KFC. I mean, KFC is okay. I think Chicken Inn has taken the next step. There is a Somali-based. Wait,
that's an innocent smile, bro.
This guy is setting me up.
Boba.
No. It's called what's the one below Kim? Cottage chicken or something? Chicken cottage.
Yeah. Where's that?
It's just below us, but apparently it's as good as Chicken Inn and KFC. So
breadcrumb chicken.
Breadcrumb chicken. No, I don't think it's breadcrumb chicken. It's like Kentucky Fried Chicken type stuff. Yeah,
down with breadcrumbs kind of thing.
It's not too bad, but anyway, diet. We'll talk about diet. I wanted to ask you, how is it like managing now multiple guys in the team? Because before it was obviously you. Now you have a few people. How is it? And these are young guys as well.
So growing pains. First thing, so I added a new guy to my team. So far, so good. I've gone the very professional route. These guys have contracts. They have consultant contracts. One guy is on probation. So I'm like, it has to be as serious as any other job for them to also take it seriously. Yeah. So pen to paper, literally. My wife is a lawyer, so she drafted the stuff.
Which reminds me, I need to share with Dansa Dansa, I'm so sorry. She's been asking me to set the company up as well.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah.
Then so what I realized as soon as the other guy came on board, I think Fox was having a really tough time with the workload, but he wasn't saying. He was not saying. I think he thought he was expendable just like that. So luckily, and of course now they found, of course you also fear when you bring someone else on board, guys not having a synergy.
Yeah.
They found their synergy so far. They're sharing work very nicely, very equally. The new guy has more tech savvy. He knows more about editing.
Yeah.
Why the cheeky smile?
He's good. He's very good.
So he's brought Fox up to a certain standard. And then now Fox is just the more...
Rising tides. Eh?
Yeah, rising tides.
Hey, we've used it again.
So my captain, Jana, was like... And I'd never looked at it that way. Like, you actually employ people. You've never thought about it that way. Because what you pay these guys is livelihood as well for them.
Correct.
So we're contributing more to the... to the economy than a lot of our leaders, man.
So here's the thing. What I've noticed is with Kim and Vish and Co. is the lessons I've learned from my day job with my boss, who brought me on when I was their age, and the lessons that he taught me. Like in terms of when you say you're going to do something, you do it on time. Keep your word. Always communicate. Right, whether it's good news, bad news, or neutral news, always communicate so we know what's going on.
It changes.
That
part. Yeah. Communication.
Communication is so critical, and I also talk with Kim several times and tell him, look, if you're not able to deliver something, don't disappear for a day. right? I understand. Let's say you're going to
What do you
church.
mean by this? The member subscriber
No, yeah, you
cannot be reached.
What are you doing at church? You told me you're Muslim. But having those moments where the team disappears for like 2-3 hours, like obviously Vish has worked with me very well, so we know each other. Kim was sort of new and coming in, so he knows the way I work, and he's sort of trying to adopt to that. But it's also taking it from their perspective, because yes, this is a job for them, but they also have other shit going on.
Yeah.
We are just one part of a larger pie chart.
Yes.
And we also have to take into realization that, okay, if we want to get people that want to be part of the vision, we have to start very early. That's why we spend a lot of time with him. We've had dinner with Kim. They've been ups and downs. We've had dinner with your guys, right? Ultimately, what we're trying to coach them into seeing is that this podcast, we believe so much in it going places. You were telling me that we're now part of the ether, and I didn't believe it. I think I have this complex where
Imposter syndrome.
and I still have it, but it's breaking down. In fact, today what had happened, 7 in the morning, I was heading to the gym. So I was at
What a flex! He was heading there. He's so diligent. 7 in the morning, I'm headed to the gym.
So, bro, I was driving, and now you can tell when someone is staring at you, yeah. So I turned. The guy looked at me, and then he did a double take. He's like, coffee pump, and I had to drive off.
Yeah.
But someone actually recognized, bro. So anyway, that's
it's humbling and it's strange.
But what I was trying to say, Kim, ploti, ukitaka kununua this coffee pump subscribers, we have to get high. Do you believe in? Let me ask you. Do you believe in the vision? Do you believe in what Eric and I are doing?
You don't have gun to your head.
Gun to your head.
No gun to your head. Like, just feel free.
There's no pressure.
You see, I've grown to a point that
The way Kibe says, yes or no?
yes, I believe in it.
Okay.
It has helped me grow. Actually, I'm better than how I was.
Even from when I met you, that it's been what 4-5 months. I can definitely see some growth. Definitely.
And that was my point. Is a lot of guys that are not our age have been attracted by this self-made millionaire through social media, independent. They want to be on their own. When you're on your own, you sort of can't get characteristics from your colleagues that have worked longer and know how to do things. And so you have to learn at the job, and you may be tone deaf to certain attributes. But working in a startup like I did, I was like,
you were this age?
I was 25.
10 years.
25. Actually, no.
25, you were a kid.
2016, I came back. I don't know how old I was, but 2016 was I started.
That's a kid, man.
So working in that job with guys who had been in the profession for 20, 30 years taught me things, just simply how to write an email, how to structure information, how to communicate, how to apologize to certain clients. Like, for example, there's a trick. You never send a customer, I'm sorry for the delay in getting back to you. You always tell them, thank you for your patience. Right? How to flip, because you approach it in a positive way, right?
Yes.
So it's small attributes like that I would have never learned if I wasn't in a professional environment. So for them, doing it out there on their own, that hustler mentality, they which I admire completely. I would never be able to do that. And maybe we are doing part of it, but
you miss out on that
the soft features,
And you see, even I've been in where I work, I've been now what 2 years, and also like even how I decided to structure the consultancy thing, how I once had to explain to them. For example, I was explaining to my producer, like, there are times in life where one cannot show up for work, or they cannot be able to dispense their duties. And I gave an example of where I work, and I'm like, yeah, there are times even pilots call in sick, but the plane flies.
Yeah,
the plane must fly. It's not, you don't call in sick and then the show is cancelled. So we have to come up with redundancies. You have to come up with redundancies. Then I also have to explain to him that the world, you see me, I'm a nice guy. Sajid is a soft guy. We're nice guys. The world doesn't care about your personal problems as much as you think.
that's true. No one gives a shit.
So you can come and say, oh, my mom is sick. It's very unfortunate that your mom is sick. And again, I went back to the company, like where I work. People have sick moms. The planes are still flying.
Still are flying, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a hard pill to swallow. I want to reduce this. It's cold.
Yeah, no worries. Let me just take Saddam's call. Saddam just.
Use this for me.
So, bro,
are we still live?
Yeah, we're live. But all this goes in. It's very raw, but I think the challenge is balancing everything, eventually something gives. And do you think that's true with your corporate job, my corporate job? Once something starts taking off, the attention starts dwindling in
I think
place.
eventually, like, I kind of have my job on lock in terms of like, it's kind of, I know how to do it. My job, my day job, it's fairly easy. Show up, I know how to fly. That system is kind of on lock. But of course, at some point, if the podcast and the content grows to where we want,
Yeah.
bro, for sure.
But the thing is, I realize you're so young in your career. Bro, you're so young. Me, I'm 10 years in, man. You're like, what, 4 years in?
Technically, to be very honest, from my first flying job was 2016. So if I put in 2 years there, I'm like 4 or 5 years in.
Do you have like a set number in mind of how many hours you want to fly?
That's a very good question. I have a set idea of how many hours of this kind I want to fly. This kind in terms of an airline suit and tie, showing up for work like jolly, like that kind. I think at 4,000, I'll be good.
How many hours are you?
But I want to. Right now, I have just over 2,000 hours total. So
another flying all that time.
Yeah, so another 2,000 hours, and I think I'll be done with this version of flying. My dream I've shared with you, my guys, and it seems impossible to many people. Like when I tell my colleagues, Mr. Fly, I want to do that, it's too far-fetched. I'm like, well, what do you mean it's far-fetched? At some point, I can see myself talking to Kina Bob and Kina Giordano, and we work out something, and it's content related, and I get to fly, and I get to do content. They're doing it. Everyone thought they were crazy. They left airlines, bro. Giordano left. He left an opportunity to bid for like the second highest bid in a company where you choose your routes, you choose your days. It's like, nah, man, I've done this. Bro, their business is, 100 times more successful than.
Right, yeah. Do you think hard work pays?
Hard work and ujanjes. So as a millennial. Ujanjes is like with smarts, street smarts.
Yeah.
I'm a master of that. So I think I'm book smart. I'm also very street smart. So if you can combine those two things and then you throw in a bit of discipline in there, bro, there's nothing you can do.
Thank you.
Then I also think
I agree with that.
I think surviving, my courage comes from surviving addiction. Once I survive that, bro, I feel like I can do anything. Like I feel like genuinely
anything is possible.
Nothing seems out of reach, almost to a point of craziness. Like the fact that I wiggle out of that, and now I'm in an airline like I am, and I'm able to do it. I'm like, then I can do anything. So that's why I have no shame even how I approach guests. I don't look at them above me. I talk to them like we're talking eye to eye a lot of the time.
And I respect that, because that's one thing is you sort of have the fear to take that step, and you're like, oh, this is a Goliath of a task. But one thing I admire about you, like, no, I can do it.
We'll do it.
And shout out, Eric, you've been my biggest promoter. You've always believed in me more than I believe in myself. I think about the hard work thing, I do agree with you, but it's just not hard work. Because if it was just hard work, donkeys would probably be the richest animals in the kingdom, right? It's a combination of things. Now, I wanted to get you here as well because we've been on this fitness task. Saddam is here, by the way, but Saddam, will talk about him with fitness. How's it been now?
It's been, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Successfully complete. The gym has been very consistent.
I can tell.
The place where I've not done so well is, and I was so embarrassed. I'm like, Sajid is a psycho. So Sajid put me on an app called Avatar app for tracking your food. So you put in your metrics, height, weight, targets, etc. Male, female. Of course, he put female, but it gives you literally how many calories in terms of carbs, protein, and fats that you can consume a day. So me being a fat guy who wants to lose weight, I was undershooting, thinking that provided I'm under or the standard, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Then I asked Sajid to send me his, and everything is on the mark. And I'm like, how are you hitting the mark? Then it's down to like...
Think about it this way, right? You're a furnace. The heat that you generate, the more heat you generate, the more fat that melts off. But in order to generate it, you need to subject it with coal. And what Avatar Nutrition is doing is telling you every day you need to have this much coal in your system to get your metabolism rising in order to elicit fat loss. You're not giving your body enough coal.
So what happens
you'll have the fat loss eventually, but eventually the heat will dry up. because all the coal that's been waiting to put in and fuel. And obviously, there's a combination of working out, steps, but nutrition is a big part of that. Protein is the most taxing nutrient on your body. Do you know protein is harder for you to digest than fat and carbs?
I remember hearing something like meat stays. That's why meat stays in your stomach.
You see, so think about it. These three resources, right? Carbs. Carbs are usually pointed as the bad person when they're not really actually. Overconsumption of carbs is the bad thing. When you have too much carbs, it's so easy for your body to digest it and absorb it as basically break it down into glycogen and absorb it. Same with fat in a way, all right?
That scared me for a second. Thank God it fell back though.
Possession. That's a separate thing, man. Spirits. So with protein, it's very complicated for your body to digest it. And so what it does, and the reason it's recommended for fat loss is because your body has to work harder, meaning it has to rise its metabolism in order to digest that protein.
I didn't know. I've never gone down to the science like that.
Yeah, so that's how it is. And that's why.
But I'll say this. I'll thank you for putting me on strength training, bro. For the first time ever in my whole 33, 34 years, bro, the other day I was looking in the mirror. Of course, I'm not where I want to be, but I can see I'm like, even dancer notice, like, hey, shoulders, chest.
My lines jacking over here.
Hey. Wallahi, for the first time ever. And of course, periodically also seeing how, bro, I started doing lat raises with 5 kilos. I'm even so embarrassed to say that.
Saddam is calling. Hey, Kim, I sent him, he got lost.
Saddam is here. The last time
Saddam is here, guys.
The last time that was said, it was Americans excited. They found Saddam.
Yeah, I think we're the only people who are more excited to have found
Saddam.
Yeah, bro, how are you? Good to see you, man.
To have found a Saddam. Saddam, yeah,
I'm good. I'm good.
I just do mic check. Are you sure? Kim, 3 podcasters now. We've got his camera, but we've got Saddam's camera.
If you choma, you've choma. Have you been, bro?
I'm good. I'm good.
Hii tuweke condensation.
Nimechelewa poleni.
Hakuna shida. Condensation, it goes next to it. See, that's condensation when it absorbs.
It's clearly you're not smart in class, no?
So what is it when cold absorbs? Condensation is.
I think it's conduction.
Conduction is electricity.
No.
It's condensation.
Yeah, when cold passes onto the next.
No, it's not.
This process here that you're seeing of the liquid on the can,
that's condensation. That's
no,
what I'm saying.
He's saying, if I want to make this one cold, nikiweke pamoja.
Oh, that's conduction. Transfer of heat or heat
from solids.
Solid.
Yeah.
You guys are going to make me look like this on my podcast.
Have you been, bro?
Search for this thing.
Bro.
What's new, man?
What's causing me relax?
Siku mingi.
Upright sana.
Siku mingi, man.
Well, I'm good. It's come up sana. I think that was the first time we ever met.
Yeah.
Although obviously I see your work every now and then, so.
You guys connected where? Chucksy's place, right?
Yeah,
they were doing the 24.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, but he actually the one who you asked most of the questions, if I remember right.
Yeah.
I mean,
did I?
It was fire though. It was a nice encounter. These guys have a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Well-oiled machine.
But I feel like it's more of, you see, when I went to mic check first time, I went with my own mic. Yes.
Okay, so
we're still recording.
Yeah, we're still. I know.
How does it work? You're an honorary member?
Yes, I am like the 4th unofficial member.
Okay.
But like I wouldn't say member per se, but like we're just good friends.
Chucks is a real one, man. I was actually talking to him today, man. He's a real OG, man. He shares the plug very easily.
Yeah, and I feel like that's pretty much why I think most people get along with him. Because thanks, bro.
Good-hearted guy.
Good-hearted guy.
Like everything is easy, everything is convenient, and I feel like when you build your relationship with people based on good faith, things just move on.
Things work out. It was also nice meeting the rest of the guys in person. Hey, but that day was 48-hour live stream. Was it 48? 24 hours. Hey, that's wild.
Yeah, like pressing record and then
that is wild, man. 24 hours. Can you imagine this for 24 hours?
So I was trying to find it. It's conduction.
It's conduction.
Yeah. I know my shit, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul. Well, welcome, guys. Actually, you're already here. Saddam, how are you doing, bro?
I'm good. Very cozy. Very nice environment.
Thanks. You actually had a very good day.
I had a good day.
You seem very happy.
Oh yeah. And nimechelewa for very selfish reasons, but like really
Right.
good selfish reasons.
But
You
how-
said I'm an eavesdropper. I heard you say I'm coming from State House
Terrace Road.
or Road.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe.
I'm not like sijafika hapo.
I thought maybe the
No.
current dispensation I've seen something in Moha.
One time.
Let's call you Moha instead of Saddam. Are you also called Moha?
That's my second name. My third name.
A win is a win.
We all have Muha in our names.
But by the way, Saddam, hatuna structure. We're just talking about things. Yeah? Bring me up. Last time we met, Pana was when?
So when we did the
No,
car,
we met at the paddle place.
yeah,
Yes. Who was the guy who was doing it?
Rotimi.
Rotimi. One thing I admire about this guy, actually two things I admire about this guy.
Oh,
He's always active, right? He always finds a reason to go out and exercise, paddle. This was some random Sunday. Me had gone to buy breakfast with my bro. And I see this guy playing paddle.
I think I'd kill at paddle, bro.
And then wait, the second thing is he prays 5 times a day.
Five times for real?
yeah.
5 times?
No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what, Saddam always prays. Like right now, before we started, he prayed. That's the reason for his success. When was the last time you prayed,
That's-
Eric?
This morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Bluetooth direct connection.
As soon as I wake up, bro.
Ulingia church lini?
Church, it's been a while. I work on most Sundays, bro.
But let me ask you: do you have to go to church to pray, or is
No,
it?
no. Not at all. Even when I can pray, I can take a moment and be praying in between conversation.
Right, it's not a must to go to mosque or church. You don't have to go like full on.
So in Scientology, it's more about, I don't know, for real love. Yeah, it's not about you go to church. Church is more about communing, fellowship, meeting with that common purpose. But prayer is a very personal, it's an interface with God, bro. It's direct line.
I think for us, it's actually mandatory
Yeah.
for us to go to mosque, right?
Yes. The there is praying and there is worshiping. Because I feel like our 5 prayers is more of worship.
Or because you're taking,
Because sometimes prayers can be looked at something like you're trying to like pray, like ask for something.
Yeah.
There is a lot of ask in it, but there's a lot of praising and accepting there is something bigger than you.
I agree with that part, especially. Prayer, even in our doctrine, is not really about asking. Sometimes it's misconstrued. A lot of times people
Yes.
pray as it's like a request, a list of requests. But for the most part, it's like you're saying, it's worship, it's acknowledging God and a lot of gratitude, giving thanks for the basic things we take: life, health,
Yeah.
purpose, hope.
Yeah.
Hope. You know, sometimes, bro, forget having hope is a
Yeah.
blessing.
Have you noticed it's always when, again, we talked about it on your podcast, like Mzee was going through a very rough time. I see the guy out for Fajr and Swali. Those serious prayers. And for me personally as well, I notice whenever I pray consistently for like 2-3 weeks, things just start falling in place. And then I get that ego twitch and I'm like, things are sour. Okay. And then I go a very long time without praying. And then all of a sudden shit hits the fan. I'm not sure if I'd say maybe for us, because as a religious person, I'd say that's a strong connection.
I like
have you had that though?
Of course, bro. Going through trials and tribulations, man, you'll be on your knees, man, praying. As soon as you overcome, we want to take control. I think as human beings, we have a big ego. So being in control and feeling like my actions, consequences, my actions, reaction. So it's me curating my destiny until you're faced with something that you can't control, and then now you go back. So that's a common human mistake.
Something else that I've also, in my, I think, am I the oldest? Yeah.
How old are you? I'll just give you a year.
34.
94.
34.
You're 34, 91, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, 91 born. 90.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same?
April.
I was born
90.
November 90.
91.
Oh, 91 as well.
Yeah, 91 when?
January, obviously. I'm older than you.
Mzee.
I can tell. So anyway, what I'm saying is the idea that, because we believe in something called qadar, like predetermination, things, whatever you earn.
Predestined.
Yes. Whatever you earn it's written. Like, as much as, yes, you will have to do something.
Yeah.
In the back of your mind, we believe whatever we get is what we're meant to get. So sometimes, like for example, your analogies you just say right now, sometimes you're praying and things are going well, and you don't pray and things don't go well. It could, I'm assuming it's things to do with like maybe work wise, money wise. It that was meant to happen. I don't think.
Irregardless.
Yes, but sometimes we feel, or rather things, we get trials to try and bring us back, right? We get trials to try and so we gain awareness basically, because we get complacent. We're human beings. We're forgetful. That is like the nature of humans, right? We're very forgetful. Like it doesn't matter. Like Leo, you can get a sermon, go to church, and you feel this, right?
You feel powered.
But the thing is, you will forget. That feeling is not there throughout Itasia. And then something else, when we pray, because we pray 5 times a day, we recite there's a surah called Surah Al-Fatiha. There's a line, there's a verse that that we are praying to be guided to the right path. I was listening to a translation somewhere. Some guy was like trying to expound on like the meaning of that, and he made so much sense, right? Because this is something we recite about 17 times a day. So yeah, in the morning twice, because it's 2 rakas. So it's about 17 times a day you're saying this and you're asking for this and you're asking to be guided to the right path. And there was so much wisdom in asking to be guided to the right path and not a destination, because the goal is to be on the path.
Correct.
It's not
On a
it's
daily
not
basis.
getting somewhere.
Yeah.
The idea, because at the end of the day, there is no limit. There's not nimefika mwisho in terms of the type of person you want to be and whatever. So the goal is to try and pray for you to be on this path, and you're supposed to we say it 17 times a day. So that means just like you guys are car people, right? When you're on a road, when you get off the road, the sooner you go back to the road, the better. The more you not, it gets harder the more you're off the road, right? So the idea is to constantly ask to be on the road. And the another analogy of that is we're on the road, right? You could be ahead of me, someone could be behind me. You could be faster, I could be slower. That is irrelevant, because the goal is to be on the road.
On the path, yeah.
The goal is to be here.
Everyone has their
so
own
someone could be praying 5 times a day, you could be praying twice. Provided you are on the road, or that is the goal. The goal is trying to achieve to be.
So first of all, me, I've kind of simplified it because I've gone the full shebang. By the time you're 34, 33, 34, you've gone through the whole, of course, questioning faith, questioning your doctrine, trying God, trying science. You've done the science rabbit hole as well.
I think for you it's a lot more prevalent because you have a lot more city miles on you. What I mean by that is you've lived life more than us combined, just by your experiences.
I wouldn't say that, just in a different way. I think 34 years is 34 years.
No. Look, there's going 9 to 5 at work, and then there's everything else that you
Going to jail.
Bro, those stories you've told me are schooling here. I mean, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. What I'm saying is it's given you the city miles, which is mean you put more mileage in the car than we have, even though.
It's funny, he was talking about 5 times a day, and the reason I had a smile on my face was because, he said 17 times a day. Well, it took me back to jail. And I remember how the Muslims were praying and the Christians were praying. It was like a competition of, it's just desperation, like absolute desperation. But I was saying I've done the full shebang of questioning the intricacies, trying faith, trying science, the evolution route, the simulation route. And for me, why I come back to faith and faith in God, it's as simple as life with, life without. That's how I've simplified it.
Yeah.
My life with the umbrella of questioning and doubting and living on my own free will or my own idea of doing things, versus whenever I'm humble enough to acknowledge a being that's supreme, and I pray to that being and I ask for forgiveness and I try my best within my capacity to adhere to things, life is just better.
Yeah.
Now, another thing that's different, I think I pick up that's different. I'm a Christian, you guys are Muslim. You're Muslim. Like, sure. This guy's a Scientologist, but then and correct me if I'm wrong, fundamentally Christianity believes that we're saved by grace, not deeds. So there's no best version of me that's worthy of heaven, because innately we're sinners. The best Eric behind the scenes, there's some shit I'm doing that I'm not supposed to, as we all are, as Christians, as
Facts.
human beings.
Yeah.
So there's no, it's God's grace that actually, and that's through acknowledgement. I'm sure you've heard about accepting Jesus as your Lord and Savior. It's through that cognizant acknowledgement of God. That's what gives you the ability. And of course, trying to live your life according to the doctrine.
Yeah.
But not deeds. Is that different? Because the reason I bring that up is sometimes I get the sense that you guys are talking about there are actions that I do that will get me into heaven. Or not do that will get me into hell.
I mean, it's like that Egyptian hieroglyphs, right? Like when you enter the day of judgment, there's a scale, your good deeds and your bad deeds, and things are weighed. And that's sort of a fine line in how judgment day is done. But there's also the aspect of God knows, Allah knows best, as we say. It's like what's between you and him, only he knows. No one can judge you. So maybe in the face value, if I look at Saddam and I say he's sinned and he's done good, and no, he'll go to jail because of, he'll go to hell because of all these things that he's done. But when he gets to the day of judgment, you may never know that what he's done is he may have saved a life, or he may have done something, even though he has this, from our perspective, this dark side to him, right? So again, I don't want to speak because I'm not very well educated, so that maybe you can chime in. But I feel at the end of the day, there is that measuring scale aspect. Obviously, you could have given charity, but you've slaughtered kids, So that there's an obvious clear definition.
But more practically, perhaps what I'd ask, because we're age mates, what things does God help you guys carry throughout your day-to-day normal life in 2025? Like, what things do you hand over on a daily basis?
Saddam, you go first.
Personally, everything. There's nothing that I believe I have that is purely because of my efforts. I generally don't believe that. And I think that is very humbling and also it gives me a lot of peace. I know I need to work, but I was thinking about it maybe last couple of days. I was thinking about like in my life, maybe for the last 5 years, I have been earning more money. But I don't think I have been working more.
Like a divine flow of things. Yeah.
Like I don't, like genuinely, I don't think I put 10 times more effort to be able to earn 10 times more. I don't think that. But I know I need to do what I need to do now. I find opportunities and I take them as much as I can, right? But at the same time, I don't believe that, because there's so many things that I've not gotten. Like if I start thinking about the things that I haven't gotten, there's so many.
What are the things you haven't gotten? What are the things you're targeting?
Sorry?
What are the things you're targeting, like you haven't gotten, that you feel?
In your mind, what do you find?
Mind,
yeah.
I don't know, nothing now. I don't think I have anything that... I don't have... I'm hoping to have like a football academy in the future. I'm hoping to have like a football team in the future.
Cristiano Academy.
It's so funny, before you came, he was saying how oh no, it was right, yeah, about how he's always into physical activity.
I'm hoping, and it's mostly football, to be honest.
He's a big Arsenal supporter as well.
Fuck off.
Sorry, Liverpool.
Fuck off.
Sorry, Manu. Third time's the charm. He's a big Manu supporter.
Yeah, so like that's what I see myself. So I know that one day I'll get there. Like I don't know. I think this is the way, but I believe in what I think is the way, but I also wouldn't mind trying something new.
What's the good news you got? Because you said you got some nice
news.
Oh
no, it's very private.
Like business?
Yeah,
business.
Yeah.
Or could I deal in Ghana?
Bro, we need to be part of this WhatsApp group now.
Which one?
This one.
Join the Masons.
No. This whatever this aspect, this good news here. I've had some rumors.
It's just, honestly speaking, I think
you're chasing it for 2-3 years, right?
Huh?
You're chasing this thing for 2-3 years.
Yeah, almost 2 years. Yeah.
Amazing. Again, sales.
Perseverance. Care to throw a dog a bone?
Not really. It's
maybe invite him on your podcast. Maybe you're asking him all these tough questions. You haven't even invited him on the podcast.
Close mouths don't get.
Maybe I'm probably overreacting. Maybe it's nothing.
No, but I believe in the fact.
But it's something that I've been wanting to get.
Don't say anything about it. I genuinely believe. Nazar and Hassad, this negativity.
Yeah.
Let it materialize. Let it come to.
Oh, yeah.
And let people then say.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's why I tell him, whenever something good happens to us, let's just keep quiet until it materializes and literally happens. Then we talk about it, because there's a lot of, I genuinely believe in evil eye, like people, and not in a bad way.
But don't you believe? I don't believe in evil eye. Well, it may exist, but I don't believe it has the power. If it has the power to change anything.
Let me tell you something. For example, let's look at a modern day scenario, right? Who was the guy who was caught with a snow bunny who wanted a lot of money?
Like a celebrity?
Club Shay. Yeah.
So Club Shay had this mama, all right? He started saying he's getting this big deal and this and that, and all of a sudden everyone came out of the woodworks. There was another story on, I think, an American football side, or if it's not the soccer league. There was a manager of a very prominent team. Again, I'll try and find the article. He was going through a very rough divorce. So the wife obviously took him for everything he had, half of what he had. And it got to a point where the club said, we're not going to renew your contract. So divorce was done. She basically got whatever was existing, took half of it and went. The club then came and renewed his contract for another 50 mil, which she was not eligible to. But she didn't get any of that because they're separate. This is whatever we earned was that. So you see what I mean? Talking about things doesn't necessarily mean evil eye, but it means people can come out and get you for what you want. And in that particular instant, the wife would be like, oh, what about that settlement you're about to get? Sign it. I want half of that. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think wisdom is the thing. Exercise wisdom. There's things you can share.
Yeah.
There's things you can't share prematurely. It's for you to weigh what are the potential risks about sharing this prematurely vis-a-vis not.
Yeah.
If it can be useful to like marketing yourself or marketing something, perhaps,
I think surface level is good,
but not too deep also. You know, that's why, for example, when your lady is expecting, you don't start day one, the pregnancy test, she's expecting.
Yeah.
You kind of wait it out and first confirm things have developed to a point where most likely things will happen.
Yeah. Just a while ago, you mentioned about jail and so the Muslims, about jail and the Muslims. Can we talk about that, bro?
Sure.
Hey, you've told me a bit of stories, and whenever this kid tells me stories, I get very emotional. Walk me through that, man.
So the prayer thing.
No, so, just
in jail, you have nothing but time. Nothing but time.
Okay, let's give people context. Which jail was it? give me dimensions of the room. How many people were inside?
So
was there lighting fixtures? Was there TV in the corner?
Did you kill?
Toilet.
I was there for a misdemeanor, pretty much alcohol, not being able to raise the fine. I had lost all social cachet, so I couldn't call Saddam or Sajid or
to be honest.
The Saddams and Sajids in my life at that time, I had chomaed so much, I could not ask. I didn't even have the courage to dare ask. Leave alone my family.
So these were people that you owed money to, like you would constantly ask.
Fixed like that. Hey, bro, you have like a 5K. I need to pay 30 Gs. It was 30 Gs. Hey, Sajid, I'm stuck here. So I was just there doomed, and I didn't call anyone. Last minute when one of the wardens came, now this is at Milimani, came and told me, boss, your bus kikuja mkinge, your bus ni hivo. So of course I scramble.
And this was on a Friday.
I can't remember if it was a Friday. But I called my eldest brother, Ken. And by the time I was able to contribute anything, it was too late. So I was already on the bus to Inda. But he managed to talk to one of the wardens. At least he helped me get a decent place within the cell to sleep. Because what happens is, it's a cell that can sit, maybe it's supposed to sit 30, maybe you're double that.
30?
Yeah.
People?
Yeah, but maybe you're 60, maybe even 70.
How many toilets are there inside?
There was two. 2 latrines and 2 showers. But
they're secluded.
Those cowboy, those what do you call it? Like Western kind of.
And I'm assuming they're dirty.
Not really, you'd be surprised. So there's a hierarchy in there. There's a guy, what are they called? They're called Kairos, actually, fine enough. No pun intended to call it.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
they're called Kairos.
They're called Kairos. They're guys who I want a family. They don't have family. They are just there. They were probably picked up touting or even street children. Their job, how they earn their keep, is to clean the toilets. They're the ones who fetch water. There's a whole system. So when I entered, there's a Kinara. Kinara is like the big guy in the cell. He's the boss of the cell. He's one who keeps order. He's one who's like the president.
He's a criminal.
Of course, we're locked in.
So he's a criminal who's in charge.
Yes.
He gets appointed by who?
No. See, it's hierarchy of management society. So he was an ex-KDF guy, big guy, of course, a guy of stature.
So he comes in and dictates rules.
Respectable. I don't know how I was not there when he was being selected.
I thought there was like an election. I thought there was like an election
I
cycle.
found the system already in place, but he was a nice guy. So when you enter, you're sent to him first. Of course, he says you up. Why are you here? And I'm like, hey, alcohol. Oh, gonna kula mali yako na uko hapa. So for them, it's like, you guys are here for no. That's your crime, nigga. Because most guys there was a lot of obtaining under false pretenses. So a lot of con men. There was a few defilers, but mainly it was con men.
So Eric, this whole system is separate to the police.
This is now when you're inside the cell. The wardens are outside. The wardens.
So they don't care what. This is its own system that's going on.
Like once that bang is
Conmen's Omeja.
L7. I think I was in L7 or L9. One of the L7, I think. So you're taken to the Kinara. He asks you about yourself. Nini, what are you here for, Nini? Then he tells you now the tiers inside the cell. So the state house. State house is like, let's say, against that wall. That's where all the guys with a bit of money stay and reside. It's cleaner. Some of them have like mattresses. A lot of these drug dealers were there. They have like a guy has a bucket of water. You can just tell, hey, this guy is living lavish within this context. Then there was a second tier. So he's giving me the price ranges.
That guy's giving you the price.
Yeah. So the second tier was 5K, but it's a one-off payment. So if you pay 5K, if you manage to get 5K to this Kinara, you can stay there all through your tenure there. So I managed to get that 5K. I was in the second tier of...
How much was tier 1?
I can't remember, but I couldn't afford it.
It was like 20K or something.
I can't remember the exact figure. I just remember paying the 5K. So then from there, now you're just there looking around like, what the fuck is this? You get me in jail. Then now the prayers start. So, me, I kid you not, it was not, I don't think 15 minutes would pass. Guys would stand up and pray. Kuswali. Yeah. And then the Christians, not to be outdone, right after the Muslims pray, they'd have like a prayer circle also, some praise and worship. Shenanigans the whole day in, day out, provided in the cell. And it's just complete, utter desperation. The guys who've been there months on end. No hope in sight. So it's just because the kind of prayers now, see, for the Muslim prayers, I didn't understand. It was
5 times a day.
It was the exact prayer that they do. Yeah. So I didn't understand. But now the Christians, the prayers like, may God break these walls down so there can be an exodus out of here. You know, it's desperation. It's like, we need to get the fuck out of here. So me, being me, I'm like, I never joined the prayers because everyone would join. I think it was just me who just sit in the corner. And so over the weekend, because I was there for 2 weeks, Saturday evening, what happens is
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Eric.
I was there for 2 weeks, bro.
Chill. Sorry, Saddam. This we have to. 2 fucking weeks you were there.
2 weeks, bro.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Clothes,
what are they serving you?
Same clothes, bro. Breakfast was uji with a rendition of it was. I remember porridge. I was avoiding quite a few meals.
Why?
Lunch was
because of the toilet, huh?
No, I mean, bro, the meal is garbage. I remember lunch vivid. It was ugali with like skuma that's on the whole leaf, like the whole leaf, like a whole leaf with the stalk and everything. And then ugali that's, what do you call it? Soft. It comes in some chuma thing. And of course, guys are scrambling. So me, I'd take like a few bites and just give.
So they would give you each a plate.
Yeah. So there's a guy, a warden would come, knock the door, you step outside, you line up for food. Now there are some guys in the cell, also inmates in the prison rather, who work in the kitchen. So they'd come carrying some big sufurias of food. Then you guys line up and take food, and then you go back to your cell, eat. Then someone comes collecting it's a whole prison system. So the food was garbage.
And dinner, same thing.
Same bullshit. And then you eat, hey, bro, I was doing IF by force. I think you're done.
Intermittent fasting.
Yeah. Your last meal is it's a weird hour, like at 3.
What?
And then you're put in the cell now till morning. That's now where you feel that thing for I'm locked up. The worst thing you can do to a human being, because it's squalor, it's misery. You can't relate with anything that's going on in there. You're just sitting there with your thoughts. You're being counted every half an hour. On every half an hour, a guy just comes and gongas, ding. By the time he's getting in, you've all squatted, holding each other's. Now and then
wait. So he comes and agonga mlango, and then
you gongas,
guys.
So you'll hear him coming, he'll be whistling. Everyone knows kaba hesabu. Oh, so the biggest prison rules, and me, I learned the hard way. It's written on every wall. Heshimu, hesabu, heshimu, maombi. Those are the 2 cardinal rules. If you've been to prison, put it in the comments. Heshimu, hesabu, heshimu, maombi. Hesabu is roll call.
Mm-hmm.
Maombi is those other shenanigans I was describing earlier, which I'll come to. So every 30 minutes, guy comes, you have to squat. Squat in a line, he comes, he does his count. If there's someone who was in transit, maybe they were in transit, maybe they were walking from block 0 to block 2, and the hesabu is off by 1, bro, you'll be counted 15 times until that hesabu for the prison adds up. So now for me, I had an awkward moment because I was still a chubby guy and I was struggling to squat. So I couldn't squat for, sorry, a podcast. I was not, that's not a mic. I didn't know, I couldn't squat for too long. So I'd be squatting, and after a while, like I'm going on one knee. So the warden, because the kinara would not squat, he'd come and like show like the guys, because the kinara made the kinara squat on my behalf. Then me, I stand. So you can imagine already, you get what the fuck, you're ruining the hierarchy here. What are you doing? You're chomaing. Luckily for me, the kinara in our cell was a very reasonable.
Is that the first time ever someone has been privileged for being fat? That's crazy.
I was given fat privilege. But the Kinara ex-KDF guy, so he had that kind of leadership thing. He just happened to be a con man, yeah? So he never victimized me after.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, so... But now, I was telling you, Saturday evening, that's when now they tattoo our cases. So they try help people solve their cases.
Okay.
So maybe Saddam doesn't have a lawyer, but he still has to go through his process. So in there, whatever your crime was, guys will try and give you advice on what to go and say in court. Because remember, this is remand. Yeah. So that they kind of try and coach you on, okay, if you did like this, well, end up saying maybe, and then they also resolve the issues of the cell. Maybe Saddam and Sajid are arguing over the week and they want to resolve Nimba, what's up with you guys? So they also come to the bottom of that. And then any other AOB. So one of the AOBs was this guy, we've not seen him pray. This guy. And I am potentially an omen. So I'm the one who's keeping guys in there. You guy, the moment I had that, you get the next prayer session, you guys.
You were there.
Hey, Mungu Baba. Because imagine people thinking that you're the guy keeping. And that's how desperate that environment is.
Yeah.
Bro. Guys will come up with anything as to why they're in there.
Because they're not yet confirmed, so there's a chance of them leaving.
And then,
so that hope of them not being there for long is what they're holding on to.
And then I don't think people underestimate what being locked up is. You're locked up. The light is coming from, you can't see outside. There's light, but the wall is too high for you to see.
So there was no moment where you were taken.
What's that moment?
A courtyard,
Prison break.
Yeah, so if you're outside and you're not...
No, way, not prison. What I mean is like, in American jails.
Basketball.
Did we walk there?
So was there a gym outside or something?
The 2 times I was outside that I was not lining up for food was one, my ex-girlfriend came to see me. And that was what sealed...
Sorry.
That was what pretty much sealed the deal of our relationship.
Yeah.
Because the place where you're seen, there's like an area where it has, of course, glass, and now people come to be visited, and people come to pick, maybe their loved ones have brought them soap and shit like that. And I think she just saw that environment. She was like, I'm done with this guy. This is too much for me. So that was the one time I was outside. And then
That's how she was done with it.
that story was finished. The other time I was outside, what was I doing? I think Kevin had put some small money in my books. So someone can come and write for you, let's say 500, and give 500. So you can buy something from the
commissary
of sorts, but it's things like ndoma, tissue.
Ndoma is?
Soap.
Arrowroots.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they steal from you. So if Sajid comes and puts 10,000, I'm only going to get 500.
What?
Like the rest, there's nothing that I have 10K on my books. There's nothing like that. So, but of course, my brother didn't know that. So he put... So those are 2 times I was out. And when you're in transit, if you're waiting for a warden to come and take you back, you're just unakaba. You're squatting the whole time. There's nothing like I'm just standing outside. So it's very dehumanizing.
You're always squatting.
Yes. unless you're actually now walking either from and you're being walked by someone. But if you're in transit, maybe this guy waiting for the warden to talk to Nani, so that in the meantime you're not that he's standing there next to him.
Constantly squatting.
You'll be squatting.
That's insane.
So how did you manage to get out then? Was it?
Yeah, of course some strings were pulled. I was also left in there as a lesson. Of course, it's Kenya, bro. Strings can be pulled. I could have been out even the first day. But so I went to see Cairo when Cairo was locked up. I went to visit him, and
Same place.
So when I first went to the waiting area where you're lining up to be allowed now.
By the way, that was nice of you to go and see him, huh?
So I was told Umsako, Cairo, ule msagari. Huyo amepelekwa jela ndogo. So jela ndogo is like, it's a softer version right next. It's so much softer because you're with like 3 people in a cell. You're still locked up and all, but a very different environment. So such guys, I think celebrities, people who can end up being harmed in there. So he was not in the crazy remand.
Let me ask you, do you see any windies when you're there?
There were windies, there were chinku, there was a mzungu guy, very big buff guy. I think he's that guy who murdered his girlfriend. There was a famous case of a guy who shot his girlfriend.
Like in TV or something.
Big guy. So the guys who used to carry food and were in the kitchen, bro, they were like badass guys. There was a block that had their own timetable, B block. Those were guys for capital. Those are guys for murder.
Those are the rough guys.
You see some of those guys in the eye, you can see, hey, these guys are not sour. I got catcalled from guys for B block.
What do you mean? Like, wait,
literally, bro, literally.
Saddam would be finished.
No.
Because Saddam with his abs and his chest.
Would be
they prefer them chubby. You too.
Let me tell you would be
People would fight for you too.
Kwanza wewe. Go your glutes kwanza, those squats you're doing.
You would be surprised how quickly the human brain adapts. You might think you're soft. Bro, by day 2, consistent, bro. Because it's survival. It's not that it's either your food or you survive. Like, you can't be there whimpering and, when am I going to get out?
What did you say? What was your response?
Me, I've always been a survivor.
No, what was your response after you being catcalled?
Bro, so you just take it and continue about your day.
As a compliment?
You're not going to be like, hey, what I'm saying, nani huyo? Nani huyo B block? Mwenye ameua watu wanne. So, it's hell. It's hell. I not wish jail on anyone, bro.
Did you have any scenario where you had to get physical with someone?
No. When I didn't have to fight, but I had to stand up for myself. There was a guy who was just chokozing people. And he'd come and just like step up in your face, and you have to like stand your ground like you're willing to go the mile, but deep down, man, you deep down. I know that guy, he was skinny, lanky guy, but bro, I was like, hey, if this guy was to start throwing, you can tell this guy is kaukad. You know those people, you can tell he might be lanky and skinny, but I cannot scrap with this guy. But
you just follow him.
But you can't act like you can't, because everyone's watching. Everyone's watching to see how you react. If you bitch out, how do you bitch out there? That's what I'm saying. You'd be surprised what you're capable of in such an environment.
Saddam, what do you think you'd do if you were in such a situation?
Honestly, survive. I don't know.
It's the only option.
Crazy. I've never thought about it. Plus, Jena could visit him too. Have you ever been there?
I think as a kid, we had gone to do donation, but it wasn't the prison here. There was, I forget where it was, but we had gone with Mzee and a couple of guys. I think it was through Parkland's Mosque. I just remember seeing guys, and there were some windy guys I saw. You know, when they're wearing the uniform, all packed and huddled in one place. And there was another location on the side, the same building, where those were now the guys that they weren't allowed to go, and the guards would take the food. But I just remember seeing people and being very confused. I'm like, what the hell is going on over here?
I think it's one of those things you have to experience. Like, there's no amount of stories that would really put you there.
Yeah. And then also it makes you fearless. Like, bro, if you can survive jail, like, especially Kenyan jail where human rights are neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Bro.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel when that mama broke up with you? Heartbreak. Were you like?
I kind of understood.
You would understood.
I kind of understood.
You were trending.
Because it was a build up to, that was not like at the one and only straw.
It was multiple things.
I was talking with both, so I'd had a few other dramatic incidences. So of course, jail time, bro. Come on, jail. And then jail with dishonesty attached, because before I got locked up, the last encounter we had, we were together at my crib. We had made merry. It was a fantastic day. She went home. Good night, good night, good night. We went to drink undercover.
Okay, what led to you getting arrested?
Alcohol.
So this was
So I got really plastered. Went back home.
And which road was this?
Near Mega.
What
When you're coming from
Nakuru
town,
Mega.
when you're coming from town,
Yeah.
that first hill that you go like this, then you
You
come
go up down. Yeah,
right there. And here's a kicker. I saw them on my way out. Like on my, so I was drunk at home and I was like, I need one more. I need more liquor. So I went out for the last one. And I remember saying, don't come back this way. Like, then I went drunk, forgot. Bro, my alcohol was so clear and cut. Like, I rolled down my window. It was not even a debate, like whether I've drunk or not. I didn't even resist. Bro, I was so shit-faced.
But normally, how much do they ask for to get out of these things? That might vary on your negotiation skills.
You know, in my current existence right now, that's an easy 10K in cash. You know, by that time, bro, I was living hand to mouth.
Also depends on rangi. So for you, maybe 10K. This one is a unicorn. Somali-based drunkard. 25K. Because they have money. Windies, I think they would stretch it to 30.
But you see, if you're a serious guy in society, you can raise 30K. Even if you don't have it cash, I should have enough cash with Saddam to call him and say, bro, 5K, bro. Hey, 5K, bro. Hey, Kim, 5K, bro. But imagine having chomad all your cachet with people.
And in what kind of instances did you choma? Like, or you get also, like, was it like, did you just lie to people?
By that time, bro, I had done rehab, I think maybe already 5 times, 6 times.
So people were like,
of course, you borrow money, you don't return. Weird shit, bro. Weird shit.
By the way, you know, when we were talking, you were telling me the tendencies you do where you go through your phone book and you're like, this guy I have a message. Let me give him a call. Hey, Niaje, long time. How's everything? By the way, you know, I'm in a bit of a bind. Can I get 5K?
You see, addiction.
I spotted a guy like that. And when you told me that story, Kwanzaa,
you see the thing with addiction.
He calls me, 5K. I've never spoken to this guy. The first time he called me, he asked for money. Second time he called me 6 months later, asked for money. Third time he's calling me. I'm like, wait, Eric has told me about this guy.
So
I'm like, maybe sina pesa.
The thing with addiction, that's the substance and your addiction to it knows how to survive also. So I literally know exactly how much goodwill I have with people. I know Sajid, maybe, I think I've asked Sajid maybe 4 times. I need like 2 months before I can ask him again. Kim was my youngin. Yeah, I can play he's my youngin kind of card. I can get a G off this guy. You know, Saddam, we met twice. Maybe this guy can give me 3K. If I sell it well enough, can give me 3K. Because maybe he has 3K to lose. So you know exactly where to go and where not to go. But eventually you've burnt all those bridges, bro. You've chomad. You've exhausted your phone book. Now, the only reason I never used to save my phone was because my phone was mad. If you sell your phone now, you're pretty much destitute. Because this is the hassle. I downgraded it. There are many times I downgraded it. I was like, okay, I have a smartphone. Let me get a cheaper smartphone. That money I can use to buy booze. It's a dastardly lifestyle. I would not wish it on anyone.
Bro, I'd love for you 10 years from now to write a book. And then Saddam can give a forward.
Eventually.
I saw, now that we're talking about alcohol and stuff, I saw that there's a new rules being proposed to stop influencers from promoting alcohol. Like betting is almost, I think they've already passed the betting one. I'm not sure, but there was a betting one. So now, so now no more betting, assuming, and probably no more alcohol advertising from.
To be fair, that's good because then betting as well. Betting, what it does to society as well.
One thing, people are against it online, right? Because all the influencers. So there's like an influencer.
It's a lot of money.
What's it called?
They have like even have sponsorships.
Yeah. There's like they formed what's it called? Like a union.
Influencers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they came out to talk about how they were complaining about the betting one. The alcohol one has been proposed, I think, Jana or maybe last week.
I saw Sauti Soul guys, or rather, Soul guys talking from two different. Viri said they should. Ben said they shouldn't.
Okay, I didn't say the Nvidia one. So Ben was like, "Oh, we shouldn't. Like, you're going to disrupt the creative market." And I'm so like, as much as yes, I like creatives and I support creatives and I feel like we need environment to promote such things, but we cannot neglect the fact that alcohol and betting has ruined a lot of young people.
It has,
You know, like not from like and it's not like a privileged thing. It's not the poor people. It's literally everyone. I know so many people who are like middle class, who, to be honest, betting is holding them back
In fact,
significantly.
sometimes you hear them talk like it's an investment, eh?
Yes.
Okay, like, what, bro, that's not an investment. You're betting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the addictive nature, because it's not like one off. People don't just bet once.
Yeah.
The same way someone's like alcohol, right? The same way you are doing all this, there are people who are doing that now for betting.
Absolutely.
And for betting crushes you financially. You will find options here and there. You will get loans from people. You will win maybe once, give you that hope to like keep trying. But the thing is, we all know the effects of it.
One of my counselors, someone who's near and dear to me, is called Tony. He was one of the directors at a rehab where I first started having my change. Because addiction, even recovery, is progressive. You have moments in time when you start having clarity. So I think it was like on my 6th go. There's a guy called Tony. And he's an 18-year, I think now 19-year recovery from gambling and alcohol. But gambling was the main one. And you're saying in a gambler's mind, you've won twice, thrice, you've lost 10 times, but there's one day you're going to win that big one. And on that day comes, I've stopped. That's how they operate in their mind.
It's like Bitcoin.
But philosophically, the problem, as someone who I'd never attach my brand with alcohol or with betting, that's my personal brand.
Yeah.
But I also believe in free market because, bro, then what about then KFC? What about then food? Where do you stop? What about sugar? What about, there's so many things people can push back and say that they're harmful to society that are legal. So alcohol, for example, alcohol is legal. So in as much as, yes, it's destroying a lot of societies, you cannot, it's a hard argument to have to ban people from being able to advertise it altogether. Because then someone can come with an anti-sugar lobby and say, but this is causing diabetes.
But see, the thing is, we need to start somewhere. I don't think we have to go like to the extreme end of everything. I think we have to start somewhere. When we saw they were banning advertisement of alcohol. Now they're talking about within radius of schools, right? Like anywhere around schools, there's like what I call a zone out. You can't put billboards there.
That's fine.
Right? Like the way we're pushing things also is on the other extreme end. Because I feel like we need to find a balance. Looking online, every favorite influencer, every single person that you look up to, whether they drink or not, right? They're pushing alcohol. So now the thing is, imagine you're a struggling alcoholic. And these things are visual. Sindio, if you're an alcoholic and maybe you're trying to, if you constantly see alcohol and you constantly see people talking about it, it makes it harder, no? Like you would.
I'd say, so I think for alcohol and substance, it's the entry level guys who are victims, the people who may be curious to start. Once you're done, there's no ad that you'll see an ad. Bro, I was waking up, I was thinking about booze, whether there's an ad or no ad, and it wouldn't affect me either way. But for the entry level guy, like a school going
So
kid,
trying to stop the entry level.
like a school going kid, perhaps, who I think maybe is given their phone 3-4 hours a day by the parents, and then now when they jump on TikTok and they're seeing Johnny Walker or now that can be, especially the way they make it look cool. You start associating beers and shorties, fun times and alcohol. So that at that young tender level,
you're very gullible, right? But on the flip side, if you look at the people that pay social media influencers, only these two companies are because in Kenya, obviously alcohol and betting are quite big part of our culture. Betting has become more prevalent, right? And if you look at the advertising budgets for these guys, they're quite a lot. Which other companies are actively working with social media influencers? So sometimes these guys, they'll approach you and they'll be like, we'll give you 150,000 a month to promote our products. No other company will do that.
And I mean, look at
and so
World of,
it's between them having a meal and so you understand that's the flip side.
but also
Obviously for us, we're in a position where religion wise it's not something we would do and we don't need to because we have a roof over our Scientology. But you get like if there's someone who's desperate for chooms, these are the only guys who are handing them out.
But also, I keep saying, I don't know whether it's a spiritual thing or just Kenya is always at the center of, like, you see the betting pandemic we have. The states are just about to have theirs. You seen how you guys watch foreign content as well? DraftKings. Have you seen the kind of money they're
Crazy.
pouring on?
DraftKings are who?
DraftKings are like an
DraftKings,
online
Stake.
betting stake.
They like billions of dollars.
They've infested American pop culture with betting. Nowadays, we hear people talking about parlaying in every sentence. Parlaying is like putting multi-bets on
different
on sports.
and covering the sport.
And I imagine the sports culture in the States, how easy it is to hook guys. It's tens of billions.
Europe too. I feel like UK also is ridiculous. Like even Sky Sports have a betting farm, like Sky Bet, that they're part of it. The betting thing is like a worldwide pandemic, right? But I feel like a country like ours, I think we would feel the brunt of that way more than those countries. Because those countries, there's systems, there's healthcare, there's all these things, right? Up EV, when you're sick, you could probably die because nothing is reliable. You know what I mean?
But let me ask you, because you're by your own admission, and I'd say you're not honorable, say like an official member of, because I've seen you many times, and I think you contribute soundly to Mic Check.
Mic Check, yeah.
But you guys do some product placement. I've seen Gilo.
Yeah.
Gilbey's,
yeah.
And
I've never been in an episode where they promote alcohol, and I know they get good money.
I'm sure it's a good bag.
It is 100%. 100%. There's no question about it.
So it's just to have it there. Just
Sorry?
product placement.
Yeah,
they also talk about it. It's a proper full-time job. Yeah.
Would you?
Not for okay. Let's have a. You don't drink, of course.
No, I don't.
Any smoke weed, mushrooms.
This guy is pure
salvia.
What's that?
Heroin. GHB.
The only drug he takes is sugar.
No, of course.
Once in a while.
No, but let's have your family, man. I think I've heard you talk about you're married, right? Let's have a real conversation.
Yeah.
If we start a podcast, the three of us, whatever we call it, and then some guys come, hey, you guys, we love, man, you look like you're representing Kenya very well. Look at us. It's literally Kenya, right? We have a nice bag for you guys. All of you, $1 million, 2-year contract. Just do some product placement. Johnny Walker is the brand. $1 million. $1
million.
Yeah, each.
Saddam.
Are you out?
It's funny because when I have a podcast of football, and
yes, by the way,
I was given a blank check by a betting company. They told me whatever you want. What? That was like maybe 2 years ago. Yeah. They were like, whatever you want, you just tell us.
Did you have to go to Ngong Hills and think, come on, you on the spot?
It was on the spot. Like we didn't even
you didn't even think of
that conversation ended like maybe 45 seconds after the offer.
But let's be real. Blank check in that context maybe meant at most 5M shillings.
Maybe.
Imagine $1 million, bro.
Oh, the thing is, it's your. I see that.
It's different.
Tempting. 100%. It is tempting, right?
Yes, Saddam.
But it's money though. Like I feel like maybe we see
$1
money
million.
is different.
You make a fixed deposit.
Your father?
Sorry, what?
Are you a father yet?
Not yet.
I'm also not a father, but I'm married. You know how wives can hold you accountable. Eh? Sometimes you might think you're on the same page philosophically, but you guys should be like, you turned down $1 million. You turned down $1 million?
Crazy, because I don't know. Maybe the way we think is different. But because $1 million to me, as much as it feels like a lot, it's not that much.
It's not enough.
It's not enough, yeah. And I respect
so $2 million.
I mean, so he reminds me of my mzee, where when they started very early on as entrepreneurs, they got into warehousing and storage and transport. And there were a lot of companies that approached them to store these goods, alcohol and so on and so forth. And they turned it down. And that nod meant the difference between us being financially free, like literally top tier percentage free. And
put your dad on the line, bro.
Yeah, and so respect to him. I mean, respect to him.
But let me ask you guys then, at least you I know for sure. So you turned down $2 million to not advertise alcohol.
Can I be honest with you? As much as I'm saying I wouldn't.
Then at night you watch porn. So what? So what?
Who watches porn over here? We all have.
No, you've admittedly. So I'm just asking philosophically, marry those two thoughts together.
Yeah.
So you've turned down $1 million
For watching.
because I don't want to promote, but in your personal time, you jack off 50 times.
Okay, so this is the thing. This is I'm looking at it this way, right? So,
A pathological
for example,
masturbator.
you're a human being, right? You have a weakness. Maybe you watch porn. That shouldn't be the reason you should also do other bad things, should it? Like I can't justify doing an extra bad thing because I do one bad thing. Also, there is sayings in our religion that says when you leave something for the sake of God, you'll get something better. And better doesn't necessarily mean more of that better.
Better.
Because, for example, if I give you 1 million right now, if you give me $1 million right now from betting, or you give me a clean $100,000, maybe even $10,000. For some weird reason, I would believe that 10,000 would be better than the 1 million
It'll go the distance.
because of the blessing. And we've all made money in our lives here. We know that sometimes certain amount of money, because it's from here, it doesn't really do much to your life.
Not all money is good money.
Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't have that much effect. Like you could get significant less money, but it could do so much for you than a lot of money that would probably not do much in hindsight. If that makes sense.
You know,
I agree with you, but the point I'm just trying to drive, and this is very specific to me. I cannot say with unequivocally like I turned down a specific amount.
Yeah.
Like right now, of course, in the idea format of it, of my brand, of course, I'm a recovering guy. I've never been a betting guy, so betting and addiction.
it will not work.
Yeah. It would look counter-brand. It would look incongruent to what I say I am. But now, let's say, I always ask myself, is there an amount that can shake that whole idea? And I think at this stage, honestly, I'd say yes. There's probably an amount that if they came at me with a certain amount, I'd probably be like, okay, this early morning is going to fly. Early morning is going to fly.
Cat Williams was in a similar position and he said no, right? Where they threw money at him and they wanted him to do certain things.
Cat Williams or Dave Chappelle?
I think both.
Both. And eventually, not in 1 to 2 to 5 years, like 10, 15 years later, they're still at the top of the game and they still have their soul. And another thing which Saddam said, you know, the money you get, the smaller amount, whether it's from a halal way, I found always lasts much longer. Like
it's more fulfilling.
It's more fulfilling, right? That sort of amount when you go to a casino and you win a certain amount, and by the way, that money disappears. You have no account for where it went. You have no account for what happened to it.
And even on a superficial level, my bro is in business, and he says like people who've made their, because you know I'm a big fan of Ronald Karori, you know, the sport pesa guy.
Yes.
It's because of, you know, he was a pilot and then he transcended aviation and went and did grand things. So for me, I really identify that story because I don't like just being a pilot. I feel like there's so much more to get from life. And he went down that path against all his colleagues calling him a madman, you know, betting. And of course, he went and became very successful. But in the business world, what I understand, and of course, this is more superficial, it's not so deep, is business people don't respect people who are in like the betting business and who have made like, because they feel like it's the business of almost sin, you know? You're making money off people's
desperation.
Desperation and addiction and misery.
Bro, but money is money, man. You know, the thing is, if you look at the guys who made OnlyFans, I mean, look at the level. I know we've segued.
What I'm loving this conversation.
As a business model, I have to respect that because they basically took something and monetized it to a place where whatever goes through that system, they're getting a percentage.
All those things exist. The thing is, no one has invented anything. OnlyFans and the whole idea of making money off of nakedness of women has been there for like thousands of years. Betting has always been there thousands of years. There is literally nothing that you can tell me right now that is so bad that people are making so much money that they invented. Okay. It's always been there.
We're three different.
Whether you'll come on my podcast, please. We need to discuss philosophy.
It's not yours?
No, this is.
Oh, okay.
It's Coffee Pump.
Let's say we're three different individuals from three different industries. today, let's say someone approached you, and we get a lot of these questions or subscribers asking us, what sort of business does a young guy start? What is something I should do that I feel can give me money in the long run, right? Do you guys ever think about that? Is there something that you look at that you feel is a gap in the market specifically in Kenya? I come at it from this perspective. I know I tell people that data centers are the new real estate, and so if you have $100, find a data center company that's listed on the New York Stock Exchange and just leave your money there. Long term, that will pay because data centers will be everywhere, right? But that's long term. But business ideas,
So
restaurants,
there's a guy I was talking to.
ping pong.
There's a guy I won't get too specific, but they're working on something. They're trying to build an app that's similar to, is it WeChat? That one for China is called what?
Yeah,
But now for Africa, maybe you've probably even heard about
that won't
it.
work. I can straight up say it won't work.
Why?
First of all, why would you compete? Okay, let me understand this. They're trying to create a competitor to WeChat or WhatsApp.
Not to WeChat because WeChat is specific to there, but a WeChat-esque version for Africa. And this is a guy who's built. I don't want to get, but I'll tell you off camera who it is.
Do you know which?
He's someone.
Yeah, I do.
He's someone who has done something in that space on such a grand level already. So now this is just another thing they're venturing into. And the last time we spoke, he was in Arusha. He was talking to the guy of the head of Wasafi, and he's getting investors, and they're all on board. And they're saying they feel like there's content that's being pushed to Africans that Africans don't necessarily want. So they want to kind of custom fit for Africans.
So this is that Africa discussion I had with Kibe.
But these are not.
No, it's
the same scale.
Listen,
different scale.
Listen to this. You have these conglomerates, these tech giants that have invested billions of dollars in this infrastructure on the back end, in data centers, in equipment, in subsea capacity. There are millions of users, all right? You want to essentially go and create a niche version of that in Africa, specifically for Africans. Whereas predominantly most of the Africans are already using these existing applications. For me to get you to move from WhatsApp to go to Signal, Signal is a very good app, or Telegram. How hard is that move? Just think about it. You as a business person, or even you, Saddam.
As a casual user, not so hard. But if you look at it you're saying as a business person?
No, but casual users are the mass consumers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not so hard to have Telegram.
Business users, the only people that I see use Telegram and Signal are basically guys that feel WhatsApp is not secure, right? And it's a niche. And specific businesses, I have guys that use Signal as well because they feel.
No, but you asked me. I'm a casual user. I'm not a business user.
So I'm a casual user as well. My parents are casual users.
So you said how hard is it?
Yeah,
fairly easy to be on Telegram.
Then why?
No, but
no. You see, the thing is
having Telegram on your phone and using Telegram often.
Yeah,
it's not like a one. These kind of apps don't work if you unakono peke yake. It's not.
It's not a. You need.
It's like unaweza on Telegram, yes, but if you don't have anyone to talk to on Telegram, then
what
you
you want to talk
be dead.
The reason WhatsApp is so popular is because it's a multifaceted app.
Didn't they start somewhere? Don't you start somewhere?
That's what I'm trying to say is, you see, the thing is, the bank, I'm not sure who you're talking about, but if they have a bank at the back that's as big as Meta, then okay, fine. Is that the case?
Not as big as Meta.
Yeah. And you see, the thing is, that goes on to the same Africa argument where I'm trying to create a YouTube for Africans. This Rumble tried to do that with Andrew Tate and so on and so forth. There are very few users that are keeping that alive. YouTube is still the king because YouTube pays their users. Africa couldn't deliver that unless it was at a scale where the investments are billions and billions. And no one is going to give you that type of money because there's a product that exists that genuinely satisfies that demand. Now, if this particular product, let's say, has a unique selling point that does something WhatsApp and all these other apps don't do, right? And it integrates everything so well. It integrates your
So from what you described,
yeah,
a lot of functions which have these other conventional ones we don't have that have pretty cool stuff. I can't remember, but they were quite unique, but specific to WeChat. And
I mean, I'd love to get a better understanding on the back end, yeah.
Yeah.
But businesses, Saddam. Sorry.
I'm I think you can make money right now pretty much doing anything that you would be consistent with.
Yeah.
Like I don't like restaurants are saturated, right? There's so many restaurants,
Quite a lot.
right? But I know people who started restaurants last year and they're making money. Like making good money to the point where they're expanding. So I feel like when you're in your 20s, I feel like that's the time for you to understand yourself, know things, and then find whatever it is that you want to do. But the goal is to like just give it everything.
Yeah.
If you want to sell, if you want to start making this boom arms,
Yeah.
right? And you want to start telling him in this Nairobi and make sure that you just need to put the effort. I feel like you can literally make money from anything. Because I know guys who are making money from selling t-shirts and making money from textile. And they when I import to, I think they're making jeans for like some big brand in like US.
Yeah.
Here. Like that's crazy.
So what I'd say is about, I agree with what he's saying around how diligence, right now, if you're diligent with any endeavor, almost any endeavor, and you market it well, you can make money.
Yeah.
But I think what has happened conventionally in Kenya, we've always been funneled a certain way. If you go back to school, like I said earlier, we're all age mates. Everything was funneled towards a little day job, man. Like the ideas people had. What do you want to be?
Yeah.
I want to be a doctor. What do you want to be?
That's such a good point.
Yeah. So I think Kenya ideologically is moving from that to now people are starting to recognize that there's so many other avenues and a lot of them are unexplored. So sometimes knowledge is the gap. So you'll find there's so many opportunities just being unexplored because people don't know or don't care to even try explore. I feel like this podcasting is one of them where perhaps 10 years behind America. I started my first pod in 2019.
2019, yeah.
I was still like 8 years behind like Joe Rogan. But even this, if we do it meticulously, consistently, diligently, moving with the times, evolving, bro, I genuinely believe in this more than my flying career.
Yeah.
And I know that sounds crazy to many people, but for
we
me,
keep saying it.
for
and I
me,
agree
it's
with
such
you.
a no-brainer. Like it's so obvious in my mind. I just understand that right now where I'm at is I'm in the growth phase. So just diligence, consistently. We just keep doing this like mad people. Right now after this, I'm going to shoot
another podcast,
content, and then another podcast.
Saddam, would you ever see yourself in a 9 to 5? Have you ever worked in a 9 to 5?
Yes. 2011 up until 2018.
What were you doing?
I used to be a cashier at a money transfer company. You know, there's Hawalas.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
From
Hawala system.
Yeah.
Do you know about Hawala system?
Of
It's
course,
like
money
so
transfer.
2011 up until 2018, 9 to 5, Monday to Saturday.
Bro,
So you're a trustworthy guy.
Hmm?
You're a trustworthy guy.
If he was working at a Hawala.
No self loans, self soft.
Let me ask you: do people use Hawala quite a lot in these days and age?
Yes.
A
lot.
I understand the concept of it, how it works, but for example, from what I understand is if I have 1 million shillings and I need to send 1 million shillings to Eric in the UK, I come to you, I give it to you, you tell him to go to a place to get the cash over there, and it's all documented. Do they deal in Bitcoin as well these days? It's purely cash.
Purely, it's a purely cash business, and that's why it is what it is. That's why it's better than most institutions.
How much of it is illicit? Or can you tell?
Everything is illicit because you're not documenting the cash.
No.
Okay.
Nowadays it's documented.
Really?
Yeah, there's a law.
Okay,
under CBK. They actually.
So is it cheaper than RTGS and PesaLink and all this stuff?
It is not cheaper per se. I would say maybe a Swift is cheaper, but there is less flexibility in terms of where this person. Like you see, there's so much due diligence with the banking system. They don't want you, plus availability of money. You know, it's easier for me to get $1 million in a Hawala than in a bank.
True. Yeah, there's less questions.
If I want $1 million, I once packed 1.3
USD.
Yes,
Jesus
to a client.
Christ.
I was counting the money mpaka jamaa alikuwa analala.
What's the due diligence around if someone wants to access?
What do you mean?
What background check would
you just have to know the person?
No, see, no, the thing is,
it's on the strength.
No, you see, the thing is, again, I guess it's referral, right?
There's a lot of referral, yes. But the thing is, nowadays it's like you can go to any, for example, there is the one that I used to work with called Dabshil. There's more. They have like 1,000 agents across the world, thousands. If I go to anywhere in the UK, US, Canada, I'll find them. Australia, I'll find them. So they'll just go there, give the money, right? They'll be given a receipt. Within a minute, I have it here.
Yeah.
Within the system. So I'll just, like, sometimes even someone goes there in a minute and up, they just do the transaction. I'm giving the money.
You know,
So let me ask a question, and this one I think is something I've been mulling over myself, because as we do our own platforms, side hustles, businesses, whatever we're doing, you tend to realize how the importance of money embellishes everything. You make some good money. Like I remember my first investment in the studio, we got a bonus at work. I channeled all of it to a first camera. So for you guys right now, because I think this is a stage we are all in, what money, like what, and of course reasonable, don't say $5 million. Like what kind of money, like what would 100K USD do for you right now in terms of your content? If someone just said, hey, Saddam, Sajid, I love what you guys are doing. This is not even a loan, this is a grant. Philanthropy, I'm seeing you guys 100 each. What are you doing with 100? How much is that gonna embellish your operation, you feel?
Saddam, you go first. That's for
100 is quite a lot, to be honest, in my opinion. I would probably maximum use 50, because I feel like as we speak right now, I have all the equipment. So I'll probably maybe add an extra camera, maybe employ 2 or 3 more people, maybe get a bigger space, and now afford to put out more content. Because I feel like you can. It's easier for you to make use of that money if you have a system already. For example, you've already been consistent, so now you need money to be more consistent. But if you give that money to someone who's starting, there's a very good chance it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So now, for example, you guys are ball rolling, right? You almost know exactly what you want.
Correct.
So for me, I feel like 100, I would just make whatever that we're doing maybe
Bigger.
3 times more.
And faster.
Maybe 4 times
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
I
And the idea of getting everything on time. AFTV is a very good example.
AFTV.
Yeah. So AFTV in the Arsenal football, you know it, right?
Yes.
So I've seen it grow over the years, right? Right now, they have a schedule every week. They have maybe 8 to 10 videos uploaded a week. They even give out a attempt, like this week, these are the videos. So they're like 2 videos on Monday with this one. They have like, it's like they have so many series of, they have like, but it's gonna Gina, it's gonna branding and everything. So Monday this one drops, Tuesday this one drops, Thursday this one and this one. Like they have that. So like every week they have schedule ready. I feel like, and then they also have their live stream options and stuff like that. So in a month, they probably make close to 100 videos.
Yeah.
So
easily.
A quick lesson I learned just from, I just recently hired another guy. I was telling Saj. I quickly realized, just, of course, it's a bigger investment because another salary, but already speed is faster. So, and I think as a vision bearer for content, one of our biggest struggles in the initial phase or as you grow is building efficiency. And efficiency is also turnaround. More content. He knows I text him in the wee hours. On my drive to work at 4 a.m. and text this guy, I need to be doing more content. Like it bothers me.
It bothers you, yeah.
So as soon as I had one more guy and I saw, oh wait, this has improved this so fast. So for me, I think, of course, the investment would be in the human capital side of things for sure.
Yeah.
Professionalize everything and then just have that system down to a sweet science. If it's Tuesday 6, never skip a beat.
Yeah, man.
Because think about how you consume podcasts. I remember, like earlier, we talked about the fighter and the kid. I used to know Tuesday, Thursday.
That's when it comes. Yeah.
And 2 weeks of them missing, I found a replacement. So, and I think that's in this growth phase, we've probably lost maybe 3,000 guys to inconsistency, or maybe even more. You know.
Yeah.
So, but 100K is not. It's not unrealistic.
I mean, 100. You see, the thing is, 100K is enough just to improve efficiency. I would still do my day job. Okay, but what 100,000 would do was to make my life a lot easier. So the first thing I say is I'm doing too much admin. All right. I'd hire a personal assistant. I'd pay her like 40, 50K or
Of course.
okay.
Of course.
Pay him.
I don't know what I'm saying about that.
Okay, pay him 40 to 50K. This is simply for scheduling. Clients, guests, this, that, captions, all the admin stuff that I do, right? Take care of that guy's monthly salary. I'd get a 1 bedroom, pay for the year. Furnish it, dedicated studio, equipment, and then get 2 full-time editors. All right. And now that machine is just to pump content out. 3 podcasts a week. Set time. Have my shooting time at Tuesday at 6, Thursday at 6, Saturday at 10. I have 3 guests. Their job, this team, is to pump. One guy is just editing the podcast, uploading. One guy is clipping content and putting it out. Full time for a year. And that $100,000 would cover that entire flow of process. And then I'd bring in maybe another person just for marketing and brand promotion. So that $100,000 would go into the back end, the middle, and the outward looking. And for a year, I think if I were to pump out 3 podcasts a week with guests, by the time a year rolls around,
If you both believe in that wholeheartedly, right?
you have $100,000 to give.
For real. If you both believe in that wholeheartedly, because I believe you also believe if you embellished your show with that kind of injection of 50K, the reward will be worth it even monetarily, right? So why haven't you ever sought a facility? Because right now, okay, I don't know much about the innings of your platform.
Yeah.
I know more him because we talk regularly. But so why haven't you made that leap of faith and get a facility if you know it's gonna pay off?
I'm working towards it through my day job.
And as I ask you, I'm asking me.
Yeah. Like I would never go to a bank because, to be honest, banks just kill you, man. I don't want that pressure of someone wapi pesa, wapi pesa, wapi pesa, wapi pesa. All right. I want it to sort of be, this is my money. If it goes to shit, fine. At least I know it's my money. I don't have an interest in someone chasing me at the back.
And the thing with creativity doesn't like pressure. I
Yeah.
feel like when you want to create something, your mind has to be free. I don't know anyone who.
I agree.
Creativity likes pressure, but from me.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
not
You're
from
your
anyone
biggest you're your
Yeah,
biggest judge.
and it can't be from a banker
Hey, boss.
stressing you about payments.
Payments.
The moment you start stressing about, it'll just be job now.
Yeah.
You see, it'll be a business whereby you're like you won't enjoy doing it, and this is one of the things that you will thrive if you enjoy doing it. The moment it feels like work,
Then you won't.
then you hit a wall.
But eventually, for the scale you want to do it at, it's inevitable. At some point, it will be as serious as work.
But Saddam, would
There's a
you ever
difference.
do it full time?
Yeah, I mean, probably
Because
one day I'll just.
the good thing is the topics you're talking about is soccer.
Yeah.
Sorry, not soccer. Football.
Fucking hell.
Football.
Is it not soccer?
No, it's not.
No, it's football.
Soccer is America.
Football, where? So
I mean, it's foot. Chin.
Yeah. So you're never gonna run out of topics to talk.
Yeah.
And football have crazy fanatics.
100%. Actually, the thing with full time, it's by full time you mean see full time doesn't necessarily mean 9 to 5 every day.
Yeah, but exactly.
Full time means for me,
a dedicated.
I can say full time could be
It's the only
3
thing you're
days a
doing.
week.
Yeah.
That because there's no way I'm gonna talk about football every single day.
Yeah.
Joe Biden.
No,
You guys know Joe Biden?
Yes.
They shoot 3 times a week. And public perception could easily think that they're doing it every day. But
Exactly.
Yeah.
3 full days of shooting, the rest of the time they're free.
Modern wisdom as well. He does think about because modern wisdom is very unique in the sense that he does research about guests and it's about guests that help improve your life. So he has to do a bit of research. That's his work. But he segments 3 times a day, 3 hours to talk to a guest. So let's say he has 9 hours of work, and let's talk about 3 hours each day for pre-study. So 18 hours he's working, and look at where he's gone. Remember, I tagged you. He's reached 3.75 million followers, but that leaves freedom to do other things. But initially, the guy did everything himself.
Yeah.
The planning, the scheduling, the thumbnails, the this, the that. And then he started making money. He hired one person. Then he started making money. He didn't take the money. He hired a second person. He started making money. He didn't take that money. He hired a third person. All of a sudden, the 3 people on the back end helped improve the output significantly. So I think that the thing is, when you start making money, don't take any of it for yourself. Put it back in the fucking business.
Does this shit keep you guys up at night ever?
Of course, as we stay up at night.
The full time part, Like,
does it keep you up at night? Or
not really. I sleep.
Soundly, eh?
Soundly, mbaya sana. The full time part, I feel like the understanding of full time. Does full time mean that's the only thing you're doing?
Yeah,
Ama-
that's what I mean. Full time in the
Full time
sense
means
that
your mainstay.
no,
like-
but you see,
what
the
do you
thing is-
mean though?
But
Your
Saddam,
mainstay meaning like your main source of
Hours?
income, where a lot of your
Because I don't think it will
energy
ever.
stuff.
I don't think.
But
so
he's-
personally, I don't think. It'll
but
ever make
Saddam is not a
money
9 to
than
5er.
what I'm doing in my business. I don't think it'll ever. No offense.
Like Saddam is Saddam
No.
is not a 9 to 5er. So for the definition of full time is very different for him. Ours full time means we give up our day job. He's his own boss right now. He dictates his own time. He decides what time he wants to have a meeting. To be honest, that's the sort of a life I want, where I'm dictating my own rules and conditions of this game that I'm playing. All right, and then I have
That's
the
a
podcast.
dream. That's a dream, man.
So you see, he's like Baskin Robbins with 21 different flavors of whatever he wants to choose. Sadly for us, we have 2 different flavors, and we have to sort of work with adding more. But for him, that's the goal, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
yeah.
Saddam, what are you going to do after this? W exclusive battle.
Yeah, I'm going to go gym and then play paddle on Baka 7 p.m.
I also need to go.
May I have a call at 4.
Yeah, so speaking of gym, so like, don't you guys think you guys would be more successful as podcasters if you guys actually were fitter?
So
Yeah,
we
but we started a journey. We finished.
no, so I wanted to run this by him, and I want him.
You started the journey of being fit,
Yeah,
Lenzawen?
from fat to fit. It's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Any changes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you tracking? What I eat? Literally down to the macro level. Been gymming 5 times a week.
Okay.
So far, so good.
I think Saddam has.
It's been 2 weeks. Maybe it's
Saddam has seen my transformation to a fat fuck.
No, I've seen you perfect your before picture.
Which one?
See this one. See the before.
In the after. Now there has to be a new.
No,
This will be the
This is before. Then now we are working towards for the after.
Yeah. So the plan is obviously we want to do weight
so we
training.
went on record, yeah. And me, I've not skipped a beat so far. We did a whole episode around it.
But I think we should do an episode where Saddam takes us through a workout, because
Yeah,
he's
okay.
big into the gym, right?
Yeah. I would 100% gladly.
So what we're trying.
the question you asked, me it burned in. Like I almost had to strangle this guy because I've been fit before and it's been killing me not to be fit. Like it's something that's just looming the whole
we were
time.
doing too much cardio to be
So
honest.
it reached a point I'm like, we need to start and we need to be accountable.
Yeah.
So we roped in our fans and we started 2 weeks ago. It's only been 2 weeks, but
I just created an Excel sheet I shared with him to review, where we're tracking each other's daily weights and then also tracking how much we work. So he's got a Fitbit, which is going to use, and I've got an Apple Watch, and then we'll do a sheet, and then we're going to put it out like an online sheet where people can see what we're actually actively doing.
culminating in a marathon.
The other thing what we're planning on doing is we're doing day 1 episodes. So we'll put us running a 5K kilometer, what our day 1 is. 6 months later, we'll do a marathon and see what our timings is. We'll do a day 1 in the gym with you. Or fucking paddle. Bro, we play paddle with Saddam.
I think I'd be surprised.
See, we do
I'm a really
no.
sporty guy, contrary to popular belief.
So we do fuck gym. We do paddle. This guy is a paddle king.
When?
No, not king. Come on. I'm also like
Every time I see him, he's playing paddle. All his
Bro.
stories are paddle.
Let's play.
Random
No,
places I
I'm
meet him
not
at
playing.
paddle.
My wife plays regularly, but
So-
but
Yeah.
bro, whenever it has come to any sport with hand-eye coordination, badminton, table tennis, tennis,
You're
bro.
a pilot. Your pedigree has flown planes into fucking buildings. You guys are hand-eye coordinated.
bro.
So you go sour.
And then
Okay.
I'm a lot again. I like Tete because I also people get surprised when they see how nifty I am. They're like, this guy is moving weirdly. It's like Big Mama's house. Remember when
Yeah.
Big Mama's running and say, It's
No.
one of those.
But so the goal is then even he
But I need
keeps
to
us
go, Saj.
accountable.
I need to go.
Okay, so we'll start winding things down. But Saddam, we're going to keep
No.
you there as an accountability partner.
So,
You're obviously part of the Coffee Pump cohort. I want to see you on E050 as well. Yeah.
okay, bro.
Closing thoughts?
A lot to
Anything?
discuss, man.
Uh,
First, of course,
I feel like thank you guys for having me here, bro.
All
It
right.
was nice.
official invite Iotwe. I've done it on
Get him.
record.
Get him.
Also, thanks, Saj. It was fun. Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
I'll always dedicate my time to
Kim.
him. Yeah.
Please.
Brothers in arms. Kim, don't lose the footage.
Please. We're begging you.
No,
This
but,
one has to go.
but for real, and for me, like I said, this is a nice release for me. I love podcasting. Like I'm excited about this evening.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the content I'm going to go shoot right now. For me, I know this will be bigger than anything I've ever done.
Inshallah.
So
Say inshallah.
Good.
Say inshallah. It
God
means
willing, God
No, say inshallah. Well, it's not like you're going to become a Christian on or Muslim on camera. Say inshallah. In Arab, it's literal direct translation in Arabic is God willing.
God willing.
Say inshallah.
God willing.
And anaogopa.
Anaogopa.
Siogopi.
It's okay.
It's okay.
One day.
One day. One day. So, guys. Anyway, Kim, thank you so much. We'll make sure this one goes up. Guys, we'll catch you in the next episode of Coffee Pump. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.